Kia ora. In this video, we will cover stakeholders and funding. If it takes a village to raise a child, it takes even more people to raise 1,600 young students at Kingsway School. A large number of people give substantially of their time, effort and resources to contribute and help make our school the amazing place that it is. Let me outline some of our key stakeholders. We've previously seen that the executive principal, while being a full member of the Board of Trustees, is the board's chief executive officer and ensures the board's strategies, policies and governance direction is carried out by the school. The school collects the voluntary special character donations from parents, which it uses to support curriculum activities since these are integrated with special character. The New Zealand Christian Proprietors Trust is the proprietor of our school and 7 other schools around New Zealand. This is a legally defined role and they hold the integration agreement with the Crown that enables our school to have a Christian special character. The proprietor has a lawful responsibility to supervise the maintenance and preservation of the special character in our school. Ways they do this include conducting a special character review every 3 years. They fund professional development of our staff to support our special character, and they appoint up to 4 trustees to the board. The proprietor collects the mandatory attendance dues from parents and uses these to pay for the lease of the land and buildings our school uses. The Kingsway Trust owns the land and buildings used by our school and 3 other schools across Auckland. You can think of them as the landlord. They work closely with the board and school to ensure the property is well maintained and are responsible for major capital maintenance and new buildings. They share a CEO with the New Zealand Christian Proprietors Trust and they have a strong interest in the special character of our school. The parent community connects with the school in many different ways, and the board connects with this group through hosting parent evenings to specifically gauge parent opinion for specific issues. The board also communicates through school notices, the school magazine published each term, and our board page on the school website. 5 of our board members are elected by the parent community. Then we have the Ministry of Education, who sets the national curriculum, funds our teachers' salaries, and provides funding to support delivery of curriculum and annual property maintenance that would be expected of a tenant. The board, executive principal, and the NZCPT all have various relationships with the Ministry of Education. Christian education is a wonderful privilege, but like most good things, it doesn't come free. So next, we will look at how Kingsway School is funded. Firstly, the Ministry of Education funding. The Ministry provides an annual operational grant paid quarterly to schools to support the running of the school and curriculum delivery. It also provides the school with a property maintenance grant that contributes towards some of the annual maintenance costs. The Ministry pays the salaries of teachers at integrated schools at the same rate as state school teacher salaries. Policy 1 funding. This is paid by the Ministry to the proprietor and is based on student numbers and paid quarterly. Policy 1 funding is to be used to pay for capital maintenance and modernisation projects over $5,000. The proprietor is required to ensure the school is kept to at least a comparable standard to a state school. The Ministry expects boards to use their operational grants to cover maintenance requirements that cost less than $5,000. There are a few exceptions to this. Policy 2 funding. Occasionally, the Ministry will choose to provide funding to help subsidise capital development, such as for building additional classroom space. The amount is specific to a particular project and falls under the category of Policy 2 funding. Parent funding. Attendance dues are paid by parents for each child attending Kingsway. In 2022, this was just over $2,000 per student. These rates are agreed to by the Ministry of Education and payment is mandatory under Schedule 6 of the Training and Education Act. Attendance dues are paid to the proprietor, which uses these to pay for the lease of the school's buildings and land If a family stops paying attendance dues, the Education and Training Act states that their child can be excluded from an integrated school. Attendance dues and Policy 1 funding are the two primary sources of income for the proprietor. Special character donations. Most schools request donations from parents to assist in the operation of the school and make up the shortfall from the Ministry of Education. Kingsway School requests an annual donation of around $640 per student in 2022. This is paid to the school. Since our special character is woven through everything we do, this funding is used generally across the school to support the delivery of our curriculum. As these payments are donations to the school, they are tax deductible. Lastly, throughout the year, parents and students contribute to specialist activities such as school camps, mission trips, certain sporting events, and other activities that further enhance their children's experience at school. Most funding the school receives is tagged for specific use, and the board monitors the appropriate use of this money. That's the end of the stakeholders and funding video. Tēnā koe, thanks for watching.